Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Monday, January 17th slate of NBA games. I'm super excited to hop into it. We have a huge slate today. I was able to find 4 plays that I truly liked. I'll be watching the playoff football game tonight, so that's going to be on my main TV, but I will be watching a lot of these games as well. So I wanted to find some games that I was truly interested in, and I found 4 really good plays out of the slate as of today. So first, let's do a quick recap. As of yesterday, we brought out the brooms, another clean sweep to finish out the week. We ended the week on a 13-1-1 run, so absolutely fantastic. We've only lost one bet, like straight up, in the past 15 bets, so that's pretty great profit, to be completely honest. I'm very happy about it. I've made a lot of money in this past week, or the past 4 days, I should say. So I'm very excited about it. But we'll do a quick recap. Christian Wood over 20.5 points versus Sacramento Kings. I think he finishes with like 26 or 28, something like that. He had a really good game. We had Minnesota -4 versus Golden State. It was actually a pretty close game for the most part, but then they were able to pull away at the end. That one cashes for us. And Utah -3.5 versus Denver -110 odds. Now, I will say, if you guys are watching my videos, before you guys comment anything about the bet losing or about the bet winning, please just let it ride. Just absolutely let the bet ride. Wait until the game's over, and then you guys can comment on it. You guys can comment on whatever you want. But truthfully, at the end of the day, these picks are just for me to help you guys kind of understand what I'm looking for when I am looking at props, when I'm looking at spreads, stuff like that, what I am looking for. And it's just, you guys don't have to tail me. You don't have to tail me on any of my bets. I just like to provide you guys with what I have. So at this point at the point of recording this video, we are less than 100 subscribers away from 1,500. I think we're like 70 some odd subscribers away. So we're less than 80 subscribers away from 1,500. I'd love to be able to hit that this week, and I definitely think that we can do it. So if you guys are new, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. So let's go ahead and hop into this. Our first play of the day is going to be the Milwaukee Bucks -3.5 versus the Atlanta Hawks -110 odds. The Atlanta Hawks, they have struggled as a home team this year. They started out really good, but lately they have been pretty rough. They are 7-12 against the spread at home this year. And as a home underdog, which in this case they are 3.5-point underdogs, they are 0-2 as a home underdog. So, it's very unfortunate. I really do like watching the Atlanta Hawks, but unfortunately, they have just not been very good at home this year. The Bucks, on the other hand, as a road favorite, they're very good. They're 10-5 against the spread as a road favorite, cashing this bet 67% of the time. It looks like as of right now, Clint Capella and Bogdanovich are going to both be out of this game. Capella obviously adds a lot of defense to this roster, and without him, Giannis could easily have like 50. And I truly believe that. He could have a 50-point triple-double for all I know. He could have a fantastic night. And Bogdanovich, he does provide a ton of scoring for this roster. Outside of Trae Young, I would say he's one of the better scorers on this team. The Bucks have covered in 6 of their last 8 versus Atlanta and 7 of their last 10. So they have been really good historically against Atlanta. And the Hawks, well, in their last 5 games, they have not been very good. They haven't covered in their last 5 games. So I do like the Bucks here, -3.5 versus the Atlanta Hawks, -110 odds. Our next play of the day is going to be the man himself, Joel Embiid, over 29.5 points versus the Washington Wizards, -105 odds. Joel Embiid has cashed this line in 9 of his last 10 games, so he's been really good. We all know that. He is making a late MVP case, and he's doing a very good job with it. In Joel Embiid's last 5 versus Washington, he's finished with 36, 23, 38, 29, and 29. So he has cashed this over technically twice. He's finished on the hook twice, and then he did have that 23-point game, but he only played 20 minutes on that game, so not really much you can do there. But Every game he's finished right around this line, so I'm just taking my over chances on this one, and I do think that he hits it. The Washington Wizards, they're not necessarily the best defensive team against the center position. They give up the ninth most points per game to opposing centers, and they're not necessarily the best defense overall either. They are the 10th worst defense in the entire NBA, so I really do like our value with this play as well. Joel Embiid over 29.5 points versus the Washington Wizards minus 105 odds. Our next play of the day, we're going back to the well, the absolute wagon recently. OKC Thunder plus 10 versus Dallas Mavericks minus 110 odds. The Thunder, they've covered in 6 of their last 8 games. They've been absolutely fantastic. They've really been able to keep it close or even win outright in some situations. The Mavs, after a win, they are 10-13 against the spread. So it's like they win a game and then they take a night off. And so they are 10-13 against the spread after a win, which they did just win against the Orlando Magic. The Oklahoma City Thunder as a road team have been absolutely tremendous. They are 13-7 against the spread as a road team. Very, very good odds there. And in the last 10 versus Dallas, the Thunder have actually covered in 8 games. They've won outright in only like 2 or 3, but they've actually covered versus Dallas in 8 of them. So I really like this play. It's going to be probably my favorite play of the day. Oklahoma City Thunder plus 10 versus the Dallas Mavericks minus 110 odds. And our final play of the day is going to be Fred VanVleet under 6.5 assists versus Miami Heat plus 110 odds. So if you guys are looking for a way to, double your money, I really like this play. But if you wanted to, you could definitely just put a half unit on it if you don't feel super confident in it. But the Miami Heat, they do allow the 9th fewest assists per game to opposing point guards. So I don't really know. I think that, Kyle Lowry is a very good defensive presence, but he just doesn't allow a lot of assists. And on top of that, for Toronto, they are getting Scotty Barnes back. And this is kind of the main stat as to why I took this bet. Because Scotty Barnes, if you have watched Scotty Barnes play, he does a lot of playmaking for this Toronto Raptors team. And on top of that, he's really good at initiating on offense. He's really good at getting his teammates open. And lately, there's right before his protocol and injuries and stuff like that, right before that, all the defenses flocked towards him. He's been absolutely fantastic, and so I think he's going to be one of the main ball handlers. I do think VanVleet over in points is really solid as well, but I just like the under in assists here. And Miami, they're no joke on defense. They are the 4th best defense in the entire NBA, and Fred VanVleet in his last 10 games versus Miami Heat, he has only hit the over in 3 of them. So gives us a pretty good odds there. It does cash 70% of the time in the last 10 games versus Miami, so I do think that it is a pretty solid bet. So that is going to be our last play of the day. Fred VanVleet under 6.5 assists versus the Miami Heat plus 110 odds. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. I have been on an absolute tear as of recently. I do like to respond to all my comments, so let me know if you guys are fading me. Let me know if you guys are tailing me. I've just been on a hot streak recently, but make sure you guys do your research. Make sure that you guys are confident in what you're playing. I should not be your only source of information when it comes to making these picks. So that is going to do it for me. This is King Sanders signing out. Peace.